supposedly hits like Mike Tyson.
Well, he has a counterpart named Adama, who's trained by the same fella, Osumano Adama, and he hits like Marciano. So this kid is very soft-spoken. It's almost like he's too shy to talk. But he means business.
Rounds, Johnny, 12 rounds.
Gorges in the black and Mensah in the fire engine black and red trunks. Gorges holding a weight or a height advantage here. We'll see how he uses it.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this might not go the distance. I don't know, 27 fights against 11. But 11 with only 1 defeat. So that's fairly impressive. And the crowd picks up the chant of Gorges. These guys look like they have similar styles. I don't know if 11 fights is going to match the experience of 27. But Gorges is going for it right out of the gate here. Trying to send a message. Mensah not really pulling the trigger on that right hand. He's strictly using his left right now.
Well, Gorges is trying to force the action here, but nobody's been conclusive.
Still haven't seen a right hand by Mensah. There's a little chop to the body. Gorges is in pretty tough here, Johnny.
Mensah tries to reach with a long left uppercut. Gorges is reaching also. Nobody's got anything conclusive so far.
I'm seeing some very awkward footwork by Gorges here. That could mean he could be in for a long night here. Or a short night. A long, short night.
Well, it'll be interesting to see because I don't see Mensah capitalizing on anything.
Very patient, really just watching and observing.
Yes, he's leaning against the ropes. He doesn't try to counter. He just lets Gorges come in at him. And Gorges doesn't come in at him all the time.
Almost like he's had a walk in the park. But we'll see if he tries to set that right hand up. He's got a pounding jab, but he can't seem to find the range.
Well, Gorges has that advantage with that height and that reach.
Good point, absolutely. They're both kind of tall and angular for this weight class, which is 140 pounds. Mensah's got very fast hands. You'll notice his closing the distance a little bit.
It's just too short. He's got to do something. There's a nice left hand by Gorges that drives Mensah back a bit. And Gorges counters as Mensah tries to throw a left hand. Gorges comes at him. Gorges is really taking advantage of that reach. Mensah cannot get in there and doesn't seem to even want to try to get in there.
I think he's surprised a little bit by the reach and extension of Gorges' jab. And Gorges is quite a little bit awkward as well.
Yeah.
And he looks really pumped up. His body looks very tight. His legs look very muscular. So I'm sure he's physically well prepared for this. He wants to send a message to Mensah that this is he's here to do some work. Gorges is not afraid to trade jabs with him. Gorges came in with a power shot there.
You don't see many uppercuts or anything, and when he does have him close, he kind of doesn't venture in there, like he's trying to size him up.
No, he's a Alexis Arguello type style, stand up, shoot the jab, right hand. There he lands a good body shot. He's got an overhand right too, so he has variation with his right hand. Mensah just ran into a left hook there.
All right, here they're close for the first time in the fight that I've seen. And, oh, he gets a warning. Gorges gets a warning.
Gorges definitely not showing any fear of the Ghana champ.
He looks tight.
He's cocked and ready. He's coiled.
And Mensah, well, he did come out and he did score with the left hand there after going left to the body.
He's looking to time Mensah. That's why he's setting up with these.
Now he's encouraged by that, so he lunges at Gorges again, trying to duplicate what he just did a second earlier. And he almost did.
The African fighter's coming in with his chin up recklessly, and he's running into some looping and overhand shots. If he runs into that overhand right, he'll get a visit to the canvas here. This Gorges looks fearless. Gotta be careful. They're in a shootout here right now, Johnny. Mensah's shortening up that left hook. He's finding range on it. Gorges is fast and awkward. Smart move by pushing the head down. That takes a lot of energy from the fighter,
right.
Lower back and torso.
Yeah.
See,
when you get in those clinches, you shouldn't fight to get out of them. Just lean and let the referee break you.
Or another smart move is just take a knee and let the ref stop the action. Not for the 8 count, just for they wouldn't rule it a knockdown, they would rule it a force down. Neither of these guys are trying to implement a stick and move type style. It's basically a big shootout and a counterpunch exhibition, which makes for a very entertaining fight.
Gorges has Mensah on the ropes, but I don't see anything so far. Now Mensah ties him up.
Mensah a little surprised by the awkwardness of Gorges here.
It can throw you off your game.
He's got a
marathon.
a handsome look to him. Mensah has the tassels on his shoes, but I don't see a lot of, footwork that would warrant
that kind of notoriety.
Exactly.
That kind of
that's a Sugar Ray
display,
Leonard.
yeah.
You know,
That
Ali.
kind of arrogance.
This is both fighters expending a lot of energy here. A lot of wrestling, a lot of very aggressive. I'm not sure what the ref stopped that action for. Potential headbutt, I think, looking for damage. Starting to see some damage on Gorges' face now. Via the left hook from Mensah. Mensah's loading that left hook up real big now. Gorges got to be careful here.
Mensah is the smoother of the two, and that could make a difference in the long run as far as conditioning. When you fight like Gorges, tense like that, that takes it out of you.
Yeah, he's flat-footed right now in front of a guy that can punch, so it's not a good recipe. We're going to probably test Mr. Gorges' whiskers. Gorges not very effective on the inside.
Notice how Mensah has his hands hooked.
Yeah, he's got the arm lock on
yes,
him.
he's got that arm lock on Gorges.
That's a good way to shut down the guy's right hand, but the ref there, Pete Prigorski, was on it. He's not going to allow that to happen too much. Gorges doesn't act normally to the feints. That's why you don't see Mensah using a lot of feints and
I don't see a lot of variety in Gorges.
No, for him, what you see is what you get. Let's check his conditioning in the corner here. He looks okay.
There's not much variety in Gorges' style. You know, jab a little bit, then rush.
Yeah, he's kind of one-dimensional, but the awkwardness and the lack of respect for traditional boxing feints is keeping him in the fight right now, but Mensah's loading up big time now. He's trying to inflict some damage now. They must have gave him a pep talk in the corner and said,
well, you know, they had several rounds now to analyze Gorges, and they figure they can exploit some of his style. And Mensah now is more aggressive here. Tied up less here.
Somebody's
really
bleeding from the nose now. Gorges is taking some hard shots here. Like I said, this could be a long, short night for one of the combatants here. Mensah's in range now and starting to inflict.
Yeah, he's more to the attack now.
He's inflicting damage. Not a good idea to get in a shootout with a guy that's a very good left hook artist, which Mensah is. Mensah's big punch to me looks like his left hook. And if he gets his balance set right, Gorges is holding now on the inside. And his mouth is wide open now, breathing through his mouth. Mensah's really putting the heat on now. man from Windsor is definitely game. He got hurt there with that body shot. Extremely tough guy, though. He's fighting Mensah's fight now.
Notice you don't see that standoffish and then attack, throw one punch and then.
No, he's ducking in. He's in a hailstorm right now.
Slower there. He's slower in his reactions now. He's getting caught off guard because Mensah's coming in on him, not giving him a chance to get set.
This is Mensah's fight, the ground and pound here. Grind him up, pound him. Gorges is trying to lock up that left hook again. Referee Pete Podgorski shut that down again. Pete's doing a pretty good job in there. Mensah's really warmed up now, Johnny. His muscles are striated like a racehorse. Very aerobically conditioned athlete. Physique is all pumped up. He looks like a racehorse here.
Okay, they're starting in center ring, so this should be Gorges' chance. Neither side's moving much now.
That overhand right I was talking about. You got to be careful.
Mensah doesn't seem to be hurt by it.
No, he's surprised.
That's the point, but
he's got his left hand a little too low, John. He's got to be careful. You know, but he looks like the kind of guy that has a very good chin. Gorges is got a little second win here.
Yes, he does. I think he was encouraged by that last volley. Another right hand by Gorges, a left hand. Mensah comes out, tries to counter.
Gorges has got very strong legs, and he's able to pin Mensah on the ropes a little bit. Mensah kind of likes being there, but if you look at his feet, he's supposed to have his left foot out in front of him for his balance. There his left foot comes out in front of him, but when you square up like a skier, you have no leverage off those feet when you lay your feet parallel to the ropes like Mensah does a few times. See what I mean about the strong legs? He's able to force Mensah back sometimes. Here we go again. Now, if you look at Mensah's feet, they're almost parallel. That left foot's got to come forward. Now I think he's going to check for a mouth guard or something. Not sure what the problem was there. Gorges is a hard fighter to fight because Mensah looks like he leans and wants to throw a punch, but just doesn't see the opening.
Gorges tries to take advantage of that misdirection by Mensah, and Mensah comes back and nothing gained, but then again, nothing ventured, nothing gained, so it was worth the chance.
Looks like the nose a little swollen too. He's in a bit of a war here. Mensah doesn't use his jab as effectively as he should.
No, it doesn't look like it. That hand's dropped down to his waist. Maybe trying to throw an uppercut or something.
And if you watch his jab volley, it's one at a time.
Well, he's moving his shoulders left and right.
One and done, one and done, one and done. One, doesn't double it up. You know, you double up the jab, the second jab goes farther. He probes with that jab. He's got a very powerful jab, but he doesn't double or triple it up. He doesn't feint it. There's one. When you see a guy repeatedly throwing just one jab at a time, that's your cue to counter off it. Both guys taking a little, taking this round off so far. Mensah not effectively setting up his jab. That's why he's missing with those wild left hooks. And wild right hands. Those are leads that aren't scoring because he's not finding the range with his left hand. He's allowing Gorges to dictate the distance. And Gorges has stepped out of range too now. See, his feet are kind of parallel on the ropes. He doesn't have his balance off like a sprinter stance or like a football player stance with that left foot out in front of him. Mensah's missed a lot of punches this round. Gorges does not do as well on the inside. He's better served to stay on the outside. He got hit real hard there with a left hook. I don't know if that's enough to win the round for Mensah at this point. I'm going to have to give that round to Gorges so far. Smart fighting by Gorges that round. Mensah looks very well conditioned.
Well, there's minimal effort. It's fluid.
Mensah trying to use the ring a little bit now. We see him for the first time dancing a little bit.
Well, he laid there in the corner and got his way out, no problem. I don't know what Gorges was thinking to let him get away like that. Maybe Gorges just didn't know what to do. The jab and the thrust with the right hand doesn't make it.
Gorges does not seem to be going away, does he, Johnny?
No, but his style hasn't changed.
Tape coming loose on the glove now. The ref will stop it. And,
yeah, Mensah's picking up the pace a little bit.
There's the trusty Sam Colonna is going to cut it or tape it. Just cut it. He doesn't want to slow the pace down. His fighter is moving along pretty aggressively right now. I don't like Mensah's lack of doubling up his jab and fighting with his left hand down by his belt. When you don't have an effective jab, that's the last place you want to hang your jab, your left hand. There when he jabs from the traditional position, much more effective. He's trying to counter George with his left hand so he can hit him with a right hand and a hook. He's actually baiting George to come in.
But he's not capitalizing on it when when Mensah does come in. Actually, Mensah has the advantage here if he can keep it up. Let's see how well Gorges gets out of this. Now they're in tight with, well, this time.
Yeah, Gorges doesn't, shouldn't be in here in tight with him. Bleeding out of the nose pretty good here. Looking a little fatigued. He's looking to hold on. You're right about George Johnny's. I haven't seen one uppercut. Not in his repertoire. That blow looked a little low. Some good singing, African singing in the background here, Johnny. They're giving the chance.
You should see him dance at the Hanging Gardens Chicago Fight Club fight. They got in the ring and danced, and it was very entertaining.
Mensah looks very relaxed as well.
Yeah, his demeanor hasn't changed.
Be interesting to see if this gets to the championship rounds. This 9th and 10th are going to be extremely brutal. Both guys are throwing home run shots.
Mensah's getting in with those punches. He's shortening up the distance between he and Gorges. He's taking the initiative here. I don't see Gorges stepping in with a big jab. He's mostly retreating here.
Yeah, finally a double jab by Mensah, and the second one was very effective. He keeps trying to hook off that jab, and his hook is not quite as effective. Gorges now starts showing signs of being pretty busted up now here.
Now look at the hesitation here. Before when Gorges would attack, now he's kind of
Gorges looking for that overhand right again and his overhand left hook. Instead of cutting that tape, it's just going to keep unwinding. They should re-wrap that, in my opinion. Problem is the tape is getting very wet.
Mensah doesn't seem to let Gorges attack as much. He comes back at him.
Gorges has eaten quite a bit of leather here, but he's still firing on all cylinders.
Mensah just seems to have him off his mark, you know, where he's not attacking as much. He's still game, but he doesn't have that strength in the first round that he had the first 2 rounds.
Gorges is extremely macho. He's definitely not afraid to stand in there and trade with him. Kind of reminds me of an old-time fighter that they said was a windmill that threw tons of punches, Harry Greb.
That is an old-time fighter.
For the fight fans that can remember Harry Greb or doing research on him, you know, if anybody was a windmill, it's this guy here. He's windmilling these shots. I'm gonna have to give Gorges that round again. You know, this fight could be closer than we think. What he lacks in athleticism and skill, he makes up with desire and aerobic conditioning. Mensah still has no idea what makes this guy tick. Gorges definitely got a second wind if he just doesn't get caught with a big shot here. Mensah's got to throw multiple jabs just to keep the heat off him. Mensah holding now. There he got warned. That left hook hurt him. That caught Gorges' attention. That's why Mensah has that left hand down. He rolls that hook. That's his bread and butter. I don't see great leverage off his right with his right hand. There he turned on a right hand there, and another. Gorges daring him to counter him. He's challenging him for the counter.
I don't know if Gorges sees any openings. It seems he just tries to get in there and start something.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of leather, Johnny. You know, he's making Mensah fight every second of every round. Mensah resorted to counter punching off the ropes, but you know, effective aggression I'm not seeing. I'm not even seeing him be all that effective off the ropes, which his corner I'm sure doesn't want him there. Rocked him with a little left uppercut there. That's the first left uppercut I've seen Mensah throw. Now he's trying it again.
The right hand that scores. But Gorges comes back. See, there's a nice left hand that Gorges catches Mensah coming in.
Bleeding pretty bad from the nose and mouth is Gorges. Got to watch out for that left uppercut.
You know, the instincts, Gorges' instincts to throw that punch whenever he gets into a position to assume somebody's going to come and get him, pays off.
That round was even. In my opinion, whoever wins these next 2 rounds deserves to win the fight. Although we do have a hometown fighter in the ring here, registering Mr. Mensah, city of Joliet, Illinois.
Well, he does fight out of that boxing club. And they do have the coach is from Ghana, okay. And one of his other boxers.
Yeah, Joseph, really good guy, really passionate.
Yes, he is.
He should be hoarse after this fight, though, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Both fighters toe-to-toe for at least the last 8 rounds. This is the kind of stuff that kept me an amateur, John.
What?
A lot of punishment, a lot of rounds. You know, I'd have probably been a really good 10-round fighter, but, you know, are you willing to make the sacrifices in there physically that these 2 gentlemen are? You know, Gorges, no regard
and
for his safety.
Remember, in those title fights, they were 15 in those days.
Yeah, that really separated the men from the boys, didn't it?
Yeah. Till Mancini, Boom Boom Mancini, killed Duke Kim in the ring in 1988, I think it was.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird day as a boxing fan for me.
It was a beautiful time in a way because in Bagheria, Sicily, hometown of Mancini's father, the church, they had a mass for Duke Kim.
What a great thing. Yeah, I talked to Boom Boom a couple of times. He was at the Broker Boxing a few times we had here in Chicago. What a super gentleman, gracious, humble, sign an autograph, put his arm around, hold a baby, just a salt of the earth guy. And I know from boxing, I mean, the one thing that a lot of people don't understand about these guys is to be a champion, to be a great fighter, it's not just your athleticism, your physicality, your genetics, your heart. One of the biggest things I found out in my 37 years of following and loving the sport, you need character.
Yeah.
And Boom Boom Mancini has that. Most of these guys, if you talk to these guys, really good people.
Yeah. Well, this is not basketball. This sport hurts.
Right.
You have respect for one another. You exist. And this is a vacant title, so that means nobody will get the belt.
I haven't seen an overabundance of tremendous offense by either fighter to warrant somebody to walk out with the belt.
That's a good observation. I mean, they've all been aggressive and courageous, but I don't see anything that one dominating the other.
No, no.
One who has solved the other's puzzle.
This has a good contrast of styles, and I wouldn't mind seeing these guys do it again sometime. You know, I'm sure they know each other pretty well by now, huh?
They probably could figure out a strategy for the next fight.
I'm sure Mensah, if you were to interview him, he would tell you this is probably the most awkward guy he's ever fought.
You may not be able to hear him when he talks. He's a very soft-spoken young man. Very shy.
I don't see an urgency by Mensah to close the show in luxurious fashion.
Well, he probably figures that he hasn't dominated so far. There may not be anything he can do, so maybe he might just ride it out and win by a margin.
I don't like that style, you know. Myself, I'm like one of those old fans of the Rocky movies. You know, I want the guy to go out in a blaze of glory and really give it his all and try to knock the guy out.
And that's the movie.
Yeah, that could be the difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're taking a beating and you gave a beating for 11 rounds. You might as well throw caution to the wind and you know, give it your all. Go for the knockout.
Unless somebody thinks they are leading.
Right. Well, his corner may say, hey, we're up on the scorecards, win the round, but be cautious. You know, we don't know what their mentality is, but I know in the 3-rounders and 4-rounders I fought, I think they stepped on his foot right there. Gorges is swinging for the fences, though. I will give him credit for that.
Nothing's changed with him.
What a barn burner fight. Barn burner fight. That could be a draw.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these two warriors a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, our judge, Mike Fitzgerald, judges this contest 117-111. Our judge, Bill Lurch, scores this bout 104-104. And our judge, Pat Morley, scores this bout 117-111. for a majority decision and our new IBF Intercontinental Junior Welterweight Champion, Albert Tornado Mensah.